Now we see on the screen our agenda for today. We'll start talking about benefits realization management maturity and its link with high performance. Then we'll talk about benefits realization management process in general, so that we can get into our main topics of the day, that are benefits definition and identification, and then benefits tracking. At the end, we should have some time for some questions. Start by contextualizing with an extract from the PMI Pulse of the Profession report issued back in 2014. It said that benefits realization maturity is inevitably linked to the success of projects and strategic initiatives. Despite this, our latest Pulse research reveals that fewer than 1 in 5, or 17% of the organizations, report high benefits realization maturity. Performers are nearly 8 times more likely to be mature in their benefits realization process. So it clearly links high performance with high maturity in benefits realization, which suggests that organizations must invest in developing their maturity in this area. So an overview on the benefits realization management process, so that we can get into the topic of benefits identification and benefits tracking. To manage all the complexity around that's involved with benefits realization management, we have several different benefits realization management practice tools and techniques that have been continuously developed and enhanced to support organizations. And this has many times happened with direct support from consultants, academics, professional associations. And in order to understand the benefits management practice based on their specific objectives, these can be grouped into 4 groups. The first group identifies the benefits required to the achievement of strategic objectives. It starts at the very beginning of the change process, which includes, first, each initiative has its expected outcomes clearly defined. Then the project outcomes will create a measurable value to the organization. These project outcomes support achievement of clearly defined strategic objectives. And finally, that a business case describing the expected output, outcomes, and benefits, it's approved at the beginning of the project. It's about reviewing and measuring benefits throughout and after the delivery process. It includes practices such as project output and outcomes being frequently reviewed and realigned to the current expectations, project reviews being frequently communicated to the stakeholders as well as their needs being frequently reassessed, outcomes adhering to the expected outcomes planned in the business case. That ensures the realization of the expected benefits, which are continuously refreshed by periodic measurement and review. This group includes, firstly, project scope, including activities aiming to ensure the integration of project outputs to the regular business routine. Outcomes being monitored by the organization after project closure in order to ensure the achievement of all benefits expected in the business case. And the organization working in a pre-planned and regular way to integrate project outputs into the business routine from the first delivery to the project closure. The last group makes sure having a benefits realization strategy in place, preferably on organizational level so that it defines the standard procedures for the whole organization as well as for programs and projects. So we are going to focus on the first and second groups about planning and then reviewing and measuring. We will start by talking about benefits identification, which can be considered as a critical success factor for the creation of strategic value to the business. Now we see on the screen some findings from the PMI series of reports on benefits realization, which was released last year in 2016. The first report analyzed the relevance of the focus on the identification of benefits to drive results to the business. The second analyzed the focus on benefits during the project execution. And the third analyzing sustaining benefits to optimize business value. As the first report focuses on benefits identification, which is a cornerstone of the benefits realization management process. The key findings from the report are that projects are undertaken so that benefits will occur, that those responsible for authorizing projects, mainly executives, are also responsible for ensuring that benefits are delivered. The topic of benefits is the primary shared interest between project managers and business executives. So it evidences how much the benefits realization management activities link the business strategy with project management, and also how important it is to link the work of project managers with the business executives, and how important projects are to the success of the business. In the next, we see that some essential practices were also identified by the same research. And regarding to benefits identification, the essential practices identified were that linking benefits identification to both project and program management, establishing benefits identification as a shared responsibility between an organization's executive leaders, business owners, and project professionals, and aligning identified benefits to the organization's strategic goals. So here again, it's important that we see that these are some things that we need to take into consideration in our organizations. That benefits identification, although it may happen way before a project starts, it may happen during the strategic planning process, it may happen in terms of part of the quality management process, in terms of process control. So we can identify lots of opportunities to improve the business, and then we can identify benefits that will be achieved via projects. And that this can be linked with the definition of projects and programs. So it's important that we link these things. And the next point says that, well, benefit identification is a shared responsibility. It's something that shouldn't be associated only to the project